What's up, everyone? Josh here with Ohio Fish Rescue. So if you guys were watching the live stream, you guys would have heard about some news about us getting yet another tank. So I'm going to take you through and talk to you about the plans and what we're going to do to try and incorporate these new tanks, possibly some ones being phased out or sold off, and definitely some upgrades coming your way. So to start things off, you guys know we love our acrylic tanks. Acrylic tanks are awesome because you can go with rather large footprints, and they are a lot less weight than a glass tank. So you know, most of our large tanks are acrylic. Same thing over here, the Bellagios are acrylic, and these are 20 foot long, 3 foot wide, 4 foot tall. The tank that I'm going to pick up is supposed to be 8 foot long, 4 foot wide, and 4 foot tall. So let's put this into perspective. This is a foot taller than the 1,000 gallon here. This is 10 by 4 by 3. Now the new one is 8 by 4 by 4, and it comes out to 1,000 gallons. This right here is 1.25 acrylic. You come over to the Bellagios. Wait a minute, you can't see the side. Sorry, we'll look at the 2200. This is 1.5 thick acrylic. This new tank is 2-inch thick acrylic, so it is a heavy beast of a tank. We are going all the way out to California to make this happen. We had one of our followers, he's a fan of the channel, been watching us for a long time, and we're gonna go ahead and pick up this tank all the way from Santa Rosa, California. Now we've looked at different options of, you know, going out about it, flying out there, renting a truck and driving back, possibly sticking it on a semi and shipping it back. And every which way that we looked at it, it was way more expensive than we anticipated. If I drive out there and get the tank myself, we can do it for a fraction of the cost, and we can guarantee it's safe travel home. So to make this happen, we are going to have to make some changes around here. One of the options are go ahead and phase out these 550 gallon DAS tanks, which I think that's the next step in expanding our, you know, whole aquatic input player here and getting more gallonage of water. This tank here is 9 foot by 4 foot, 550 gallons. We could essentially gain a foot of room and have more viewing area of the tank and just have big, more large volumes of water down this whole aisle. You know, we could incorporate the Matt's Monster Fish, that 750 gallon here, or you know what, we might incorporate it. We told you for the mermaid fund or whatnot, we would go ahead and use that money towards purchasing a new tank. So with that being said, we could do something over here and finally get rid of our last Intex pool and maybe do a large tank right here. That would be pretty awesome if we fill up this aisle, because we were going to do a 20 foot long, 4 foot wide, 4 foot high tank. But those would be insulated side pit panels, so you wouldn't get the full, you know, 4 foot wide. But I think it would look really, really nice through here to have an all acrylic 8 by 4 by 4 tank paired with the 10 by 4 by 30 tank, all up on beautiful stands, housing awesome, awesome fish. So to make this happen, all the fish think they're getting fed right now. You guys get fed every day, my goodness. So to make this happen, you guys see this walkway open right here. So this was originally designed, there is 4 foot here, so we can go ahead and get a 4 foot tank through here, except we have one problem. We have this 450 that we have yet to set up yet, that we were planning on, but looking at it and having it in this spot, me and my dad both kind of dislike the tank being here. We would much rather have this as, you know, an 8 by 30 tank and push it back, and it would actually be in just a little bit, and it would be flush with these tanks here, and continue this aisle way down and be able to fit a 4-foot tank through this aisle. So right now we would have to move this 450 gallon to go ahead and make room for the new tank to be able to get it down this aisle, to be able to get them DAS tanks out. So this is the first step. We are getting rid of this tank here, and we're gonna go ahead and, you know what, just phase this one out. Then I think the best idea is to phase out these DAS tanks at first. We'll keep the quarantine one here for now, but I think it would be best to phase out this center aisle and just make this massive tanks all down this whole entire area. We might still keep this dog bone because this one holds a special place in our heart, but the second that we move it, we want to build a brand new stand for it, and maybe possibly put it out there in the pond room, maybe even build a stand so it can be in the shallow end of the pool. Who knows? But this tank takes up a lot of real estate for not a lot of water, but it is a awesome looking tank. I think it is beautiful, and it's definitely something to look at, but it is great to have Hubert in here staying high up in your face all the time. It's nice to have the open top to be able to hand feed select fish and be able to keep a close eye on a few guys. But we would have to find somewhere for this Adonis pleco to go. We had him in this glass tank because he could do damage to acrylic tanks, and he might take the paint off of that tank. So we would have to come up with a plan for all of these fish. I'm not so worried about the catfish and the turtle, but we would have to do something with these stingrays. But you know what? That brings me to another idea. We have this 580 open out here, so we would be able to place some of the fish in there and be able to have a little bit of relief there. And of course, we have the Matt's Monster Fish Tank. That's not going anywhere. Once this 500 gallon cube is fixed, I do think I'm going to phase that one out next. And we could then continue on our whole wall of fish tanks there and get that finally set up and looking nice. You guys can see nighttime look at the pond. I try and not film out here at nighttime, but you know what? I've been working so much, it's hard for me to get over here in the daytime to film. So I'm stuck filming at nighttime and doing all this work at nighttime. So you guys get to see the pond in its glory in the dark. Look at Brutus coming up. He thinks there's food involved because he sees me standing on the edge of the pond, but you guys can see them beautiful rays in there. You just see silhouettes of rays. All right, so on to the next step. All right, so we still have to take this puffer tank over to the new house. We have the 4 little pea puffers in here. This moss ball is gonna go ahead and cut them out. It had died previously. I thought maybe I could revive it, but I was not able to do so. So we're gonna go ahead and empty this out. I'll probably take this with me tonight, and we'll get this set up at the new house. So we'll have the pea puffers over there, but I am definitely excited to go on this trek to California and actually see what comes of this whole video. It could be an awesome experience and a great video. But in the meantime, let's deal with some fish. I have some fish over here in quarantine, which I know can come out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start wrangling up some fish. I've got this hybrid that's gonna go in the 3000, and then these albino plecos can go into the albino tank. Then the rest of these fish can get rehomed. We've got alligator gar, we've got iridescent sharks, we've got, what else in here? Plecos. There's some turtles down here. You guys, these are all 3 of them can get rehomed. There is a pleco down here, and there are some dovi up in this tank. These guys are all looking for homes. So if you're watching this video and you see something you like, let me know. We do have these suncats already rehomed. So we actually have one of the turtles rehomed as well. down here, I think it's the smallest one, will be gone tomorrow. So, last but not least, we have these piranha. And I actually found a home for the piranha too. They're going to be joining a whole nother colony of piranha, and they're going to make an even bigger colony. But they're going to get a tank upgrade as well. So I am pleased with that, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this tank back over to quarantine. Alright, so there's the hybrid that was in here, and there goes the new hybrid that we just added. Welcome to your new home, bud. We'll end up growing these guys out and tossing them in the monster pond, and there will be another Temensis bass and an Areno bass here tomorrow, so that would be pretty cool. Those will both go into the bass tank and put some more action in there. Here we go. That's the old one. Where's the new one? He's hiding back there. Alright, you guys aren't going to be able to see him. Sorry, guys. But he is in here. He's in his new home. And now we're going to work on wrangling up the two plecos and getting them into the albino tank. Alrighty, so there goes the two new Jibba plecos there. There goes the original two that were in here. So now there are 4 total in the bottom of this tank. Definitely adds a little bit to it. Hopefully they become a little more active. But they are true albinos. They're definitely great looking. That one there has some super long fins to him. Once he opens them up, it look really, really great. But you guys might notice that there's a little bit of a green tint to the water. That's because I did treat the water on the stingray tank and it was flowing through. So that was my fault there. But nonetheless, the fish are fine. Everyone's doing great. And this water will be changed out hopefully by tomorrow. So it should all be phased through and looking good. So that got a few fish out of quarantine. And tomorrow we'll have the new group of fish coming in. So you guys should stay tuned and keep a watch out for those videos of the new fish. See what else comes along with them. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And I will catch you in the next one. As always, stay fishy, my friends.